And yet, maybe starting was never a grand leap, but a quiet turning of the doorknob. A single page read, a message sent, a 5-minute try. The fog of someday doesn't lift all at once. It thins when you show up, clumsy, unsure, still breathing. Time doesn't wait, but it listens. And when you stop waiting too, something shifts. The calendar doesn't mark beginnings, you do. Start before you're ready, time already has. If this made you stop and think, I'd love to know what stayed with you. Subscribe if you'd like to keep exploring these quiet moments together. Let your eyes fall on something unfinished. Not to fix it, just to witness the way it waits. Like you've waited, like time itself sometimes does. Pick up an object that's gathered dust, wipe it clean, not to restore it, but to feel the weight of its patience. Open your palm, trace a small circle with your finger, a loop, a return, a soft refusal to rush. Let this be a week of naming tiny delays. Whisper not now to things that can wait. Whisper yes to something that cannot. Step outside at a strange hour, not morning, not night. Feel the in-between on your skin. Not all waiting is waste. Some of it is gestation, a secret unfurling beneath the hush. There's a quiet that comes not after answers, but after the ache has spoken its name. You sit there not because you've arrived, but because there's nowhere else to go. The stillness doesn't ask for anything. It just lets you be. Like a chair no one's moved in years. You feel your own breath again, and it doesn't sound like shame. It sounds like being here. Maybe the waiting wasn't all fear. Maybe part of you just needed a softer way in. What if stillness is not empty, but full? Not silence, but listening with your whole self. The weight hasn't lifted. But it's not crushing you now. It's just present. And you are too. You keep saying not yet. But how many versions of you have died waiting for the right moment? How many dreams have withered in your hands because you were too careful? You scroll past your own life like it's someone else's highlight reel. Moments pass. Faces age. And you're still rehearsing instead of living. You call it patience. But it's fear dressed up in permission. You've mastered the art of delay so well you forgot it was supposed to end. You don't need more time. You've had time. You just spent it avoiding the weight of starting. You imagine a future where you're finally ready. But that person doesn't exist. Because they're built from the same waiting you're drowning in now. You tell yourself it's not too late. And that might be true. But how many more lies are you willing to sit inside? Every morning you wake up in the same half-lived script. Your lines are memorized. Your exit never comes. This isn't a pause, it's a disappearance. You are not stuck, you are hiding. And you're doing it beautifully. So beautifully no one even sees you fading. And maybe you've known this for a long time. But knowing didn't stop you. You still let the clock speak louder than your heartbeat. You keep telling yourself there's time. That one day when things feel right, you'll begin. But the waiting grows roots. Quiet and visible. Until the pause becomes your posture. This isn't just procrastination. It's the quiet ache of postponing your life. Not because you're lazy, but because you're scared. Of getting it wrong, of being seen, of discovering you're not ready after all. This is about the paralysis of waiting. Let's understand this together. Everyone thinks they have time. Time to rest, time to fix things, time to begin again. But someday isn't a day. It's a fog. And the more you wait for it, the more it swallows the calendar. You don't notice it at first. Just a small delay. A breath before the plunge. But one day becomes 10, becomes years, becomes a life spent circling a starting line. And maybe the scariest part isn't that time is running out. It's that you never really started.